All right, y'all, let's rock and roll. We are going to get things started tonight. And first of all, let me share about being certified on DISC is not just being certified on DISC. Tiff and I are going to team up to train you on how to use this to make money, but also become a better facilitator, as well as use it in your classroom and outside of your classroom. And it is not as it's not as difficult as you think once you get your foundation right. When you get your foundation right, that's when you're going to flourish and things are going to go next level for you. It is not about just learning it, but when you learn how to teach it, or you learn how to teach people how to use the information. It's like you could teach me how to add, but when you give me some application where I'm not just adding at the store, when you tell me I could use my cash money at the store, and we're not talking about these pictures that's normally, what you do in a math book. It's not that. You're telling me I could literally make money using this, and you really can. And the training, I promise you, we're going to teach you how to, once that training is done, your first assignment outside of that, you will get all the money back that you invested to come to the training. It is a live training. We are not doing it virtually. And let me share my slides the right way. I didn't know it was like that, because y'all know I don't like that. Click present. There we are. All right, let's rock and roll. So we're going to teach the foundation of this, the utilization, and the facilitation. So the utilizing of this, a lot of people think, oh, you just use it for the assessment. You can use it for DEI training. You can use it for leadership training. You can use it for teacher training, student development. There's multiple ways you can use DISC. And that's what we want to show you how to do, and how to get 5-figure checks from working with districts, working with students, and being asked to come in. Some people like the one-on-one coaching. Some people like, you just coach somebody for one-on-one, $150, you could just keep your lights on. But if you want to pay your mortgage, this is where you need to be. Come to the training. This is, and I've gotten calls, I'm not throwing names out. People like, I need to put my child through school. Come on, we got you. This is what we can do here. But I've learned about DISC, and all the companies that I've been trained under, there's only one company that I've encountered that helps you utilize it to make real money, not that one-off. No, it's those 4- and 5-figure checks that you want to go after that's going to help you do that. So that's what we're going to help you do. So you can go to ValariHumphrey.com and click at the top, click DISC facilitation training. It is right there. You may definitely go there. And it is on site on February. I'm going backwards, right? And it is April 15th and 16th on site here in Chi-Town. All right, right here. So it'll be in the suburbs right outside of Chicago. I will post the link up above for those of you that's joining us on Facebook, and you'll be able to come. All right, we only have 5 seats left. It is an intimate training. We are not opening it up to the masses. We're doing 5. We want to keep it intimate because we want to train. It's intimate because we want to train you. So then that way you can ask questions. We take it slow, and we'll possibly host this training once a quarter. But right now we are one and done. We're not even have confirmation on going forward, especially if my life changed. But y'all know why. All right. So today, what are we going to be talking about? We are going to be talking about DISC, developing your people. So it's basically using this to develop your people, but also knowing how to develop your people, looking at their different behavior styles. Now, we're going to have a good time. Some of the information, you're going to be like, oh, I didn't think of that. But some of you are going to be like, oh, got it. Already knew that, but now it's next level. So that's what we like doing. We like digging, and where we dig on this and we do deep dives. We don't like just going surface level where you see the disc and you know what animal you are, you know what superpowers you have. No, it's understanding how to communicate on a different level and being able to help people. If I speak your language, then that helps me communicate with you. If I am an educator and I understand how this child is showing up in my classroom, and I don't just label them as a bully, a talker, right? I always got to do something for somebody else, can't do nothing for herself. No, let's label them with their superpowers. Let's identify them, not even label, let's identify superpowers and figure out how to develop them and help them. All right, let's rock and roll. Here are some benefits of developing your people. Now, this can roll over in a couple of things. Developing your people in the education arena, developing your people as a CEO, developing your people as a principal, developing your people as a manager, wherever you are, this helps you develop your people. Let's go. Developing your people and investing in the growth and development of them can have a number of benefits for both the individuals and the organization as well. I just told y'all about the Black History Month program at my school, right? And when I say the kids were amazing, because I developed them, I poured into them. You know how you train your kids in the house before you let them go over somebody else's house? Or if you're in the car, don't ask for nothing when you get in here. Don't go over there. Act like you ain't ate. When you get in this house, you go through all the rules. So it's kind of like that training, and you develop them within your classrooms or within the office. So when other people come in or the company blow up, it's like, yep, we did that. And they know how to act accordingly. Here are some of the key benefits. All right, improve performance, definitely improve performance, because now they understand their superpowers and you've poured into them because you developed them and you've taught them, hey, do you know you're amazing at this? Then you teach them how to use this or that, right? You increase satisfaction. They become satisfied because they feel loved. I promise you, Addison Trail High School, and I'm only there 15 hours a week. I love Addison Trail High School. The principal makes me feel amazing. I promise you, he could ask me to go on the roof and I'm be on my way up going, why I'm going up here? Because that's how he makes me feel. If y'all know Jack Andrews, y'all tell him I said it, because that's my guy. I love him. And to be a new principal, he's amazing. He's mastered these things. And then you talk about this can lead to greater satisfaction, stronger commitment to their own growth. Now, I'm committed to growing myself because I love the way he treats me, but I want to make him look good. It ain't even about me. I'm about the whole school. All right. And then you're talking about enhanced reputation. Y'all can say what you want to say about a teacher. You want to be liked. Some kids, you don't care if they like you or not, but you want to be liked. As a teacher, I wanted to be liked. God just blessed me because I was loved. No lie. All right. So let's talk about developing these D styles. What does that look like? How do you do it? So focus on the big picture. When you're developing a D style, recognize the style, focus on the big picture. Focus on the big picture. Cover basic steps, high points quickly. Cover basic steps, high points quickly. That's something we never talked about. Like if you giving information, but you covering the basics quickly. We talk about the bullet points. Even when you have bullet points, you can't tarry. My grandma, you said, I'm channeling my grandmama right now. You can't tarry. You got to come on with it. All right. Show them the simplest, fastest route to get them to their stated destination. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all didn't catch that. Whose destination? Theirs. Not yours, theirs. So like if I call somebody for help and you going all the way around the Mulberry Bush, I'm showing my age. You going all the way around the Mulberry. I need a direct answer. I don't need no extra. I don't need you to tell me what you think I need to know. If I ask you, did I do this problem right? And it involves the Pythagorean theorem, and you tell me how the Pythagorean theorem was named and who named it and why and all that, I don't even want to hear the answer because I'm angry now. I'm angry because you didn't help me. You're frustrating me. So that what you have to do is get them to their stated destination. That's important. All right. Tell them what it is to be done by when. Tell them what is to be done by when. This needs to be done by next Thursday. You can't trip if they do it Wednesday night. You can't, because you said Thursday. Thursday is Thursday. Thursday, not your process to Thursday. Thursday is getting it done by Thursday. All right. Help them find shortcuts to connect concepts with their highest value. Now, as y'all know, I'm on my journey to become Dr. Humphrey. Still on my journey. I will be finished with my coursework in December. Just want y'all to know, 4 classes. I'm woo. All right. Yeah. Some of these folks on here, right here, and this right here, y'all can see some of them will be in my dissertation research case study. But nonetheless, this is what I'm want y'all to understand. When I ask, when they want to connect and understand, or because this my behavior style, when we want to connect and understand, you got to give us the shortest route. Not necessarily, but you got to connect the concepts so it makes sense. It still has to be the shortest route, but the route can be long if you've taken it and I'm understanding what you're saying. But read that. Help them find shortcuts. I liked math because I like shortcuts. If a number ends with a 5 or a 0, most likely it's divisible by 5. Except if you go 0. Right? So it's just those little shortcuts. You add up the numbers. If that number divisible by 3, 3 can go into that number. It's like, oh, okay, bam, I'm with you. Give me the shortcuts. It's not because I want to short the work. I just need a different route because you're going too long. Let's go. So let's go back. Any questions on developing a D style? Any questions? I just want to make sure we was processing that. Let's go. So developing the I styles. Release information in chunks. That's new, y'all. That's new. Release the information in chunks. Here's what you got to do first. Here's what you got to do second. Now, this is this Val 2 and 5. This from the book of Val. You're releasing it in chunks because now I'm engaging with you once I finish this part. If that ain't good, that just got good to me, because the D and the I, those are my styles. But as an educator, we weren't taught to teach the child. We were taught to teach the curriculum. I was taught to teach the curriculum. I wasn't taught to teach the child. All right, so let's go. Skip details with boring material. Literally says skip, okay? It didn't say teach it faster. It said skip. Figure out how to make the text engaging. My pastor used to say, make the book talk. So with eyes, you almost got to make the book dance. You don't need the book to just talk, make it dance. Get them involved kinesthetically, make it dance. I want to say make it rain, but that ain't gonna be right on here. Okay. I just want to say that. In my head, it was make it rain, but it's like not right here. So, but make it dance. How do you get them so engaged? But guess what? That's what we do when we teach that. When you learn this facilitation, we get you moving to learn, to understand how DISC is done. Right? It's just different ways, and you have to come out. You have to come outside of the box to help people get to where they need to get to. Let's go. Let them show you what they are learning. You're giving it to me in chunks. I do what you've given me. Now I come back. So it's not every 2 seconds. You gave me a chunk of it. Let me go do it. So let me tell you why I like Aurora University doctoral program. So I'm in a 16-week class right now. This 16-week class, every week we have an assignment, but the assignment builds on the final project. So you may write this paper, but that paper is part of the final project. So you're really building as you go, but I'm getting feedback every week on my work. Come on, somebody. All right. Be slow to criticize and quick to praise. You got to start with what they did right. They didn't even do nothing wrong. I don't even, you know what I call it now? When I work with my student teachers, I give them an adjustment list. Here are the adjustments you need to make. When I'm teaching the classes at AU, and I tell the kids on the paper, put how many they got right. Who want to know how many they got wrong all the time? Rita Pearson, she's like, baby, you got 2 right. Yeah, I know it's 2 out of 75, but you got 2. But at least they got room to grow. But you tell them how much they miss every time. Work on the positive. And people think I trip because I cut you off when you being negative. And you're like, no, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. You still negative right now, though. I don't care how many deposits you're going to make. The account is overdrawn right now. All right. So let them teach concepts to others. They like talking to people. So let those students help other students. Come on, somebody. Let's go. Any questions on your eye style? Developing the eye style. So you're developing them. These are ways to develop them. Let's go. Your S style. Use one-on-one and hands-on instructions. Because now I care about you understanding. Now I have to watch you with the hands-on process. They want to know that you care. Start at the beginning and end at the end. You can't skip. You can't jump. You can't leave a dangling participle in the middle of that thing. You got to go all the way through A to Z, because they're going to double back. Wait. So how you get from D to J? Because you missed me right there. All right. So provide a step-by-step list of procedures or a working timetable schedule. Now I'm not giving to you. It's not given to you in chunks, because your S style want to know where I got to end up at. Your I just need where I need to stop at. Your S need to know what's the final, how I'm doing, why am I doing all this and where am I going to go? You can almost give directions to a behavior style that's an I and be like, when you get to the gas station, they're going to give you the rest of the directions. Cool. They just know I got to get to the gas station. Your S going to be like, but where are we going? Like, if I go to the gas station, am I coming back this way or do I need to go? Like, so it's just, you have to understand these different styles. And as an educator, you have to understand that your students are not the same. So when you get up and you teach a whole class and all that, yippee-ki-yay, you're going to lose some of your students. All right. Allow plenty of repetition for their actions to become second nature and more routine. Repetition. Now, your D-style students, why you got to keep saying it again? You just said it. Your I was like, oh, I agree. Yep, no, Your S needs it. So you got to find the rhythm, not balance. You have to find the rhythm, but you have to understand who's in your group, who you're teaching, who's the people you're leading, so you can help them. All right. Use a pleasant and patient approach in small group settings. Got to be pleasant. Got to be patient. I have to tell myself, okay, slow down. Hold on. The way you saying this don't sound welcoming. Sometimes I have to text. What I do, I'll make the text, then I go back to the front of the text and say, oh, hi. Because I'm not ready. I didn't hit it, but I have to double back. Let's go. To our C style. C style. Point out the most important thing to remember first. They still want the details, but what do I need to know? What's the most important? Because it's like prioritize, everything needs to be done in decency and in order. Demonstrate things in an efficient, logical manner, stressing the purpose of each step. My university class, I was teaching box and whisker plots. Last year I taught it. They had the same look on their face when I started from when I finished, because they was like, what the? This year, when I tell you I did it step by step by step, it was 26 slides. They got it like that. But I had to break it down. The majority of them are S's and C's. Ask for a possible, I skipped one. Proceed slowly. Stop at key places to check for their understanding. Because when you are teaching, working with a person that has a C style, where you disconnected at, I don't care how far you go, they got disconnected way back here, and they're going to take you all the way back for you to connect the dots to get them where you're trying to get them to. So have your checkpoints. So then that way, if you skip C and you on E and then you check for understanding, they're going to take you back to C and then they can get to E with you. If not, they're frustrated throughout the whole process. Now they got to ask you 96 questions to get where you are. Ask for possible input, especially regarding potential refinements. Do I need to make adjustments? Am I going too fast? What do you need? What you think? Like one of the things I have to do at the university, because they've all experienced all of this math, is basically a review. When you get to a certain level of math, there's not too much new. You add in scientific stuff. And I ask like, okay, one girl, I didn't learn it that way. Well, hey, come on, show me how you learned it. And I give them the option, but it's the freedom to choose. It's with the guards up. So here's the guidelines. Y'all could do it that way. Still won't get you to the answer. But you know, back in the day, you had to do it the way the teacher said. But now I just open it up. Build up the big picture. Build up the big picture. You can't just give the big picture. You have to build up to it. Any questions on developing the C? Let's go. So your DISC word for the week. Your DISC word for the week. Intentional. Intentional is your word. Now, the reason intentional is your word for the week. The reason intentional is your word for the week is because you have to be intentional about developing each and every behavior style. You have to be intentional about developing each and every behavior style. If you are not intentional, what begins to happen is you don't understand why they don't understand, but then you're only hitting one style. And that's the style of students that learn like you. That's the style of coworkers that learn like you. That's the style of your team that work like you. It's difficult and challenging for me to pick a team if you don't have the same work mindset, work ethic or mindset as me. Because if you're on my team, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this in advance. I work when I think. So because it's 3 o'clock don't mean my brain stopped. So I may call you, like I told you, I was texting Tiff on Sunday, girl, I don't have a work time. My brain don't know how to get off work, even though I have downtime, but I keep this with me. This is my notebook. I keep it with me. So when I have a idea or the Lord starts pouring, I start writing. Because what I can't, Lord, I'm off. Could you not send me this grand idea right now? Because I ain't at work. Or, I know I'm an entrepreneur, but I only work on that on Tuesdays and today's Saturday. It don't work like that in the real world, right? So you got to figure out how to channel it, how to write it down. But I'm not saying overwork yourself. I just work like that. So I try to surround myself with people that think like me. They gave us an assignment for the summer. It's a summer internship I got to do. And it was like, you got to have a person that oversees you. Shanta, look, I got an assignment. I got this. Can you? Shanta was like, yep, got you. But I didn't wait till I couldn't wait till the summertime. I don't even know what probably was nighttime when I called. I don't even know. I just called. But you just have to know, like I know me. So I try to surround myself with people that understand me. But as the leader over a team or the teacher in the classroom, you don't get to decide, you know what? I only want ask students in my class. Can you put the S's and the C's in Miss Jackson class because they can't come in here? You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. So you have to figure out how to make this thing work. All right. So let's shut Facebook off. All right, Facebook, we good with y'all. It was nice talking to y'all tonight. Be amazing on purpose. We'll check you out. That's it. That's all. Says the clock on the wall. Go be amazing on purpose. Let's go.